Hello everyone, good day. My name is Sunny. I'm a proud member of our group called Combo Combo. So today I will try to talk with you about SOX acts. Suppose if you want to start a business or you are already a part of a corporate business, then what if one of your partners do something fraud or any kind of misactivities with you? How do you guys will feel about that? Obviously, we will try to prevent this kind of activities. So SOX Act is about, it will prevent this kind of activities in corporate business. Besides, SOX Act means Sarbanes-Oxley Act. It was established in 30 July 2002 by its creator, Senator Paul Sarbanes and Representative Michael Oxley. Sorry about that. Michael Oxley, and it was made for stop preventing misoperations in financial activities and accountings. So now I would like to take this thing to my colleague Umar bin Sarwar, who will let you know about this, why this act was introduced.
Good evening, everyone. I am Umar bin Sarwar. Okay, so I will now explain why SOX was introduced. So before the SOX was introduced, there used to be many high-profile corporate fraud cases such as Enron, Tyrone International, Alphadia, WorldCom, etc. To avoid this type of fraud cases, they came up with the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, which was passed by Congress in 2002. It was designed to deter. It was designed to deter corporation for committing similar crimes. The Act provides protection for investors from false financial report and for whistleblowers who report fraudulent activities. The SOX Act seeks to increase trust and confidence between a corporation and the public and investors. That's why the new guidelines institute stricter the rules for corporations concerning how they track and they report their finances, and introduce harsher penalties for individuals and companies that don't comply. By taking these steps, they knew it will reduce the possibility of corporate or fraud cases. That's why the Sarbanes-Oxley Act was introduced. So now I will take Isha to hand over this.
So, Section 302 of the SOX Act required corporate officers to officially certify that the organization financial statement meet SEC disclose requirements and are accurate representation of their company's financial status. Officers who willingly certify financial statements that are inaccurate are subject to criminal consequences, including jail term. Now, Section 404. Section 404 of the SOX Act says that managers and auditors must create internal controls and strategy to ensure those controls are effective at producing accurate financial reports. If auditors or other financial officers find problems with the controls, they must disclose them. Companies must use external registered authorities to sign off on manager's evaluation of the accounting and financial report. So this was Section 404.
Up to Ashita.
Thank you, my fellow group member Ishat, for passing it down to me. Hello everyone, my name is Ashita and good evening, Sir. So I would like to start with the pros and cons of the SOX-Oxley. And so there are a few types of advantages that we can see over here. The first one is it increases investors' confidence. So once an investor gets a report from a company, so they would firstly like to know what's the financial state of the business. Otherwise, they would not be interested to interested to invest in their company if their financial accounts were not proper. The second thing is it increased transparency. The SOX Act enhances the amount of information that business must disclose, increasing transparency and public confidence in major enterprises. The third one goes improved internal controls. The SOX Act places a significant emphasis on the business putting in places and sound internal controls that let them choose their own approach and guaranteeing the accuracy and safety of their data. Also, consequently, businesses can select their options to best suit their operations. It also protects employees and contractors. The Sarbanes-Oxley Act forbids businesses from retaliating against workers and contractors who report suspicious conduct to Securities and Exchange Commissions. On the other hand, we have the disadvantages, which includes increased personnel. The separation of accounting responsibility is crucial. So the aspect of SOX regulation, this prevents one person from managing the certain accounting operations from beginning to the end. Also, which could raise a risk of fraud and embezzlement. On the other hand, companies must hire more accounting staff in order to comply with division of duties and rules. It is unacceptable to use current staff outside the accounting department since it interferes with internal controls. We also have additional audits, which is publicly traded corporations must undergo an annual audit by an independent accounting firm. Also, there are more regulations that is conducted by it. Although the Act offers the accounting industry some much needed oversight, it was decided that it was not a permanent fix. Future government rules will put more pressure on the financial pressure on enterprises, driving up more operation expenses. Specific corporate operations may also be restricted by certain restrictions. And lastly, it becomes tougher penalties in future if management personnel do not want to be held accountable for such accounts and consequences. Strict penalties for such minor transgression may limit executive talent pool. Thank you, sir. I would like to conclude my presentation here.
Thank you. Just a quick thing. When you make a presentation, when you make a slide, you are not supposed to give so much of writings in there. Go to the advantage part. Bullet point just you need to just say increase investor confidence, and then the rest you explain by yourself. আপনারা art of presentation পড়েছেন? আমাদের একটা কোর্স আছে art of presentation in your first semester. You haven't? Okay, it should be in the first semester. Okay, anyway, so it should be the bullet points. Okay, সব কিছু লিখতে হবে না. And what was that? Quick question. Section 302 and 404. What's the difference? You don't want that. 302 and 404. What's the difference? You have a good presentation. The presentation was good. Just try to use current buddhi. To jot that. What's the difference between section 302 and 404? Both says internal controls. What's the difference?
302 is the accurate representation of the financial account, and 404 is it's about how managers evaluate the accounting reports.
Right. So one is documentation, another is how you report, evaluation. Okay. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
Good. টাকা নিয়ে নেন, ভালো নিয়ে নেন।
লাগবে এটা এখন সামনে তো লাগবে করবেন না
না, you got 9 President সাহেব, কি হচ্ছে? Chana, why it's not happening?
নাকি একটু কমায় দেন
আরে বয়স কত?
23